I have just got off a flight to northern Sweden. Let me explain. A company called Discover the World said, "Hey Tom, do you want to go to Norway and Sweden and take some photographs?" And yeah, it sounds like a fantastic offer, so I bit their hand off. So I'm now in northern Sweden at a place called Luleå, and I'm staying at a place called Brandon Lodge, which I'm going to be honest, it's dark, I haven't seen much of it, but first impressions, it looks amazing. What's even more amazing is, we're supposed to be photographing the Northern Lights, but that's not going to happen because of grey skies. So instead we're going for dinner. And we're not going for dinner in the restaurant. Instead, we're actually getting on snowmobiles and going for dinner. So I have no idea what's going on. I've not even unpacked. Last night was amazing. We took snowmobiles out into the middle of a frozen lake and basically cooked dinner on a barbecue in complete wilderness. It was phenomenal. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm here for photography. And the reason I'm here in Luleå is to photograph the Northern Lights. But as you can see, it's not going to happen. The weather is just awful. Instead, I'm really going to try and salvage something from my time here in Luleå. I'm going to be honest, it's not the best for landscape photography. It's flat and it's just acres and acres of snow and boreal forest, so it's going to be a real challenge. So that's what today's going to be. Finding a good landscape photograph in an impossible white environment. So in my first attempt to salvage something from this area, which I'm seeing as a great challenge, by the way. In my first attempt, I've come for a walk on this frozen lake. Now we've got a lot of snow-covered boreal forest here. The problem is trying to find the composition, trying to find some order amongst the chaos is very difficult. Right, might be onto something here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, okay? It reads in snow. There's nothing more I can say. Is I can't sex this up. But what this is using your eye and just getting in the zone whereby when you're walking and exploring, you're tuned into the landscape, and then something will pop, something will jump up out at you. And that is most likely to be your best chance of an image. Now, do you remember last week's video when I used those filters by Lee and completely failed? Well, I'm giving them a second go. This is the mist stripe filter. See that? There's a white stripe going through the middle of the filter, and that is going to kill off any distractions in the background. It's the only filter I'm using. There's no need for any other filter at all. We've got no motion to display. There's no harsh lighting that we need to balance. Just really straightforward photography. I'm at about 55mm f10, and I'm going to use a 2-second timer because my cable releases in my bag and I'm not wading through the snow again. So I'm quite happy with that image. I think it goes to show that even when you think there's nothing, and quite literally there was nothing, you can still make an image if you just use the conditions to your advantage. So I've had breakfast, and now we're going in search of some images of a different kind, and we're using transportation of a different kind. Have a look at this. You You cannot walk on this ice, okay? That's why we're on the hovercraft. And the reason that we're out here is to photograph these ice formations and the frozen trees. That's sort of what I'm trying to salvage from the day, get some interesting compositions. So I'm really struggling with this type of photography. When I do landscape photography, I like it to be very slow and very deliberate. I like to walk and spend time working on and looking at my compositions. In this case, we're on a hovercraft. We can't really maneuver it inch by inch. I'm restricted to the surface of the hovercraft because if I go on the ice, I'll fall through. As amazing as this place looks, which it does, because I mean, we've got lovely pack ice here and it's just fantastic. Unfortunately, I can't make a compelling image out of it, and that's how it is sometimes. Don't get me wrong, a bad day on a hovercraft is better than most good days, let's be honest. But the truth is, photographically, I'm a bit underwhelmed and a bit unfulfilled. Change of plan. Rather than looking for broken ice on the shoreline and that kind of things, it just wasn't working. What we have out on the expanse of ice, we have these small islands just like this, and I just love the idea of getting an image that's completely white with just one central point of focus in the image. Let's have a look. F9, manual focus, manual exposure. 2-second timer, we've got interesting shapes in the snow, interesting trees. And that's it, that's not bad. It's a lovely, it's an incredibly simple image. You know, the biggest mistake you can make in photography is trying to be too clever. So the hovercrafting was amazing fun. I am disappointed in the photography, but I'm going to keep saying this. We're here originally for the aurora, which, as you can see, isn't happening, which is a shame. So we are continually striving to get some images, and I think the image before was quite nice. So now, as the day draws to a close, we are going for a different tactic, and we're actually going to head into the forest to try and get some nice frozen winter woodland scenes. But like anything in Sweden, transportation from A to B is always the most fun you can have. So right now we're on snowmobiles, so this is going to be fun, but I really want to stress this point. As fun as it is going on a snowmobile, they're effectively just a tool to get us through the terrain. The ultimate goal here is to take a fantastic winter photograph. So coming in on the snowmobiles, and it's a complete whiteout, and I thought that was it. I thought it was game over for northern Sweden. And just as we're driving through the whiteout, we've got this awesome little cabin, this one solo. Get the lens out, get the camera out, and see if I can salvage a final image. But this, I'm actually quite excited about. Two choices here. Choice number one is pop the building in the middle of the frame, but I'd like to be a bit bolder than that. So what I'm going to do is pop the house on the lower left third, giving a lot of empty space. It's really going to be a love it or hate it image, but so far I'm really enjoying it.
Just as we thought we were finished for the day, an unfamiliar sound and bright lights appeared from the darkness, offering one last photo opportunity.
I could not make that composition work. Look at my face. Look at my face.